Hello, Melanie. I hope that this reading finds you well. Or hold on, I need to clean this little guy. All right, a little better. It's a lot of glares. I hope you don't mind. Firstly, thank you so much for supporting me as always, as you do. It's your love and support means so much to me, and always have and always will. And I just hope that you know that, and know that I see you and I validate you always. And yeah, I've been really looking forward to doing your reading all day, because I always feel very in tune with your energy. And so before I even start with the cards, I invite you to place your hand on your heart and then another hand on your lower tummy. And we're going to take some breaths in for 4 and then exhale out for 4. And we're going to in through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Really opening the heart space. Bring hands together at heart center if that feels good, and just feeling what that feels like to connect with your heart space. Setting the intention that this reading is for Melanie's highest and best. Asking that Spirit, her guides, and angels help move through me to give clear and concise readings. Some general insight. If career would like to come up, if personal life would like to come up, we are leaving it open for whatever Spirit has for Melanie today. We thank you so much, Spirit. And let's begin. This is from Melanie. That song, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, has been stuck in my head so bad. If you have not listened to that song, you should. It's amazing. It's so good. All right. Let's see. A lot of swords energy. You in your head a lot? You been in your head? How has your mental health been? These are all questions that are coming. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Yes, okay. Wow. So Spirit, I don't know how to say this, so I'm just going to say it. There's a lot of concern on the other side. So if you want to think of loved ones who have passed on, guides, angels, there's a lot of concern on their end, because I feel what they're trying to say is that they're like, she needs to really focus on how she talks to herself and how she views herself and how she views herself capable or not. Like there's a lack of belief in yourself. There's a lack of trust. I see you in your head a lot, questioning if you're doing the right thing, questioning if you're in the right place, questioning if you're at the right job. I feel like you're very overwhelmed with these what ifs. It's like, I feel like lately your mind has taken charge of your existence. It's like you're living in your mind. You are allowing your anxieties and inner dialogues and self-limiting beliefs to kind of take over. And it's exhausting you. You're tired. Like you are very tired. I feel like too, with the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, I feel that this has taken a very big toll on you, as understandable. I mean, and not even just Black Lives Matter, your whole life. You have faced adversity. And it's insane how now everyone's sort of coming to light to this. And even me, I will firstly say that. It saddens me that it's taken so long and to this extent for people to finally understand what's going on. And I feel that for you, it's really weighed heavy on your heart. A lot of anxiety, a lot of your mind has just been really invested in the sphere of this movement, which understandable, but I think it's starting to consume you a little bit. Um, and not only are you dealing with your own inner wounds of worthiness and your self-talk, but I feel like this has added a whole nother layer to it. Excuse me. Like, I feel like for you, not that you forgot that you are a person of color, but I feel like I feel like this movement has really, the resurgence of it has really, really kind of rattled you. Yeah, it's heartbreaking to you. You're heartbroken over everything. I feel like you are now sitting with energy that you've sort of like compartmentalized for a while. And I feel like you're in this self-reflective place where you're really excuse me one second. I'm so sorry about that. And yes, I'm in my underwear because it's my room. So I apologize for that little hiccup, but I feel very strongly that you sort of like compartmentalized this experience. Like, you're like, well, this is it. You know, I'm a person of color and the cards are stacked against me. It's like, not that you were able to cope with it before more, but I feel like 2020 has really kicked up a lot of inner woundings and trauma around your worthiness, around the belief in yourself, around trusting. I feel like you don't trust your feelings and your thoughts because they've been so overwhelming and bombarding that you're like, what do I believe? How am I feeling? It's almost like you go from feeling one way and then you feel the next way. And then you're like, well, so what's real? What is real? What's fake? What's real? What's anxiety? What's not? I don't know if you're moving again anytime soon or looking to get a house, or maybe something will fall into your lap of that sort, but I feel like a move is coming um, by the end of the year. I don't know why that message is coming through, but spirit feels the need to say that. But okay, so take that if it resonates and if it doesn't. But whether it's a physical move or it's like a shift in your energy, there's a move coming, there's a shift coming. And this shift is going to help you sort of create boundaries with how much energy you're putting into being connected to social media, being connected to the movement. It's like, I feel like you've burnt yourself out. And you have the Nine of Pentacles here. So this is a card of self-care and self-love and self-reliance. And I feel that spirit wants you to shift into this energy, because all the other cards here, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Two of Swords, Five of Cups, the Tower, and Ten of Swords. So to me, this is a lot of heaviness. These cards are some of the heaviest cards in the deck. And I just feel like you've been sitting with all of this. And with the Eight of Swords, I feel, I'm just going to say it, and it's not to be offensive. You know how I am. I'm just saying what's coming through. Not that you're like victimizing yourself, but it's like you're really, this card is like a card of like feeling like you have no control over X, Y, and Z. So I feel like you're feeling very out of control with your energy, with your mood, with your anxiety. It just feels like it's fluctuating at a pace that makes you feel literally like you are not in charge. The Two of Swords, though, is here to tell you that you are, because she's kind of blinded, right? She has the masks on, and she has this butterfly here and these two swords, and she's just kind of, where she knows that if she took the blindfold off, she would have the power of seeing, of knowing, of truly understanding situations for what they are. And so I feel that Spirit is concerned because they're like, she has so much power and she has such a strong voice and such a strong energetic flow. They're like, she's strong. Like, she's strong and she knows that she can endure anything. You've endured so much in your life, but it's like for some reason right now you feel like you're just done. Like you can't take on anymore. Ten of Swords, this is like heartbreak. This is like just feeling spent. But again, what you're not seeing with the Two of Swords is that you do have this available to you. You do have this loving, peaceful nature inside of you. And Spirit's saying meditation, especially heart-based meditation. So like working on your heart chakra, deepening the connection to yourself, like those types of meditations. And if you don't know about the Shine app is a Black-owned business app, and it's a mental health app. And they do different challenges for anxiety or like connecting deeper to yourself, and they do meditations, and it's a lovely app. You can check in with your gratitude every day, and it's something I use every day, and it helps me to manage my mood and kind of keep track of like what it is I am grateful for, and they give really great resources. I feel like you need to take the energy you've been putting into the movement and researching and dissecting and debating, all that energy you've been putting into there, it needs to go into you now, into your physical personal care is what I'm feeling like. Meditation, yoga, like disconnecting, digital detox, maybe a little bit. Like you need some space. You need space from the things that are triggering you right now. And know too that these triggers are coming up for you to sit with and to deal with and to process. And this movement, coronavirus, everything has triggered us all, and it's kicked up a lot of traumas and feelings of anxiety that we've harbored and kept in our body. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score, and it talks about how, when we're traumatized or we go through something, we just kind of like put it away because we don't want to deal with it. And so mentally we might forget about it or lock it away somewhere, but our body doesn't forget. So years later, you could be struggling with anxiety or panic attacks, thinking it's something in your actual space when really it's something from years ago you didn't process. So be mindful too of whatever's coming up for you at this time, and know it's okay, and it's very safe to feel these feelings. It's very safe to let them go too. With the Five of Cups, he's letting all of that water, that grief and disappointment, he's throwing that into the water. You're disappointed and you're angry in this world, and then especially the United States and our government and our people. Like there's a lot of anger and there's a lot of grief and disappointment that you have to process right now. And I don't know what that feels like as a white cis woman, but what I do know is that you're strong. You've endured a lot, and this is just a blip on your timeline of life. And although this blip might seem very hard and like you're sludging through quicksand, you're coming back home to yourself at the end of it. Again, with the Nine of Pentacles, this is coming home to yourself, because sometimes we have to hit rock bottom to really see our worth and see where we need to take better care of ourselves. So I feel like what Spirit wants you to know is don't worry about your job. Don't worry about whatever else. What you need to focus on is your energetic, emotional, mental, and physical health. It's time that you, again, disconnected from the stimulation of what's been going on, and even not even just the Black Lives Matter movement, but Corona and the news. Like if you've been watching the news, like please stop watching the news for a little bit. Like literally digital detox. I feel that Spirit wants you to get more in tune with your physical again. So maybe it's cooking more and just kind of getting back to Melanie. What makes you feel like you? What makes you feel whole and complete and seen and loved? You've just been in the mind too much, and it's time to get back into the body. So I hope that this resonated. You're very loved and you're very held and supported in what you're doing. And know that this time is teaching you how to better like compartmentalize your energy. I feel like you've just gone through a complete output where you dished it all out. Now you're going to have to go through a time of replenishing again. And from this whole experience, you're going to learn how to balance both. And you're going to be able to come back to the movement, come back to whatever it is that's stimulating you and see it from a fresh eyes, fresh perspective. And I really feel like you're on a good path to this place of coming back home to yourself. You know, it's being in the mind is so stressful and it's so draining, and you don't need it. It doesn't serve you, sister. So much love to you, Melanie, as always. Thank you so much for your love and support. And if you know anyone who would benefit from a reading during this crazy time, definitely send them my way. But, you know, I just love you and appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So we'll talk soon.